and the Todd Family YouTube video, wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you jump on here live here on this Monday evening, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure you give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. I've already did 4 early season college football prediction videos. Good evening, Keveron. I did one on LSU, Tennessee, Clemson, and Florida State. So, of course, I've got several more between now and the time the season gets here in late August. And I had mentioned that I was going to try to do quarterback rankings, at least in the 4 power conferences, maybe not the rest, but at least the 4 power conferences. And one day last week, whatever day it was, one day last week I did power rankings for quarterbacks in the ACC. And of course, one is the best quarterback in the conference, and then ever how many teams are in the conference, the lowest number is the worst quarterback in the conference. So I thought, since I did the ACC first, I'll just go alphabetically. And then I thought, well, got the Big 10 and the Big 12. They're both numbers. I'll just pick one. So I picked the Big 12. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So we've still got at least the Big 10 and the SEC coming up. And I might even do some or all of the Group of 5 conferences, but at least the Power 4 conferences. Now, when I did the ACC video, last week, there was 4 or 5 transfer quarterbacks in the conference. But honestly, for the most part, in the Big 12, you don't really have a lot of transfer quarterbacks. There's really truly only 1 or 2 huge transfer quarterbacks in the Big 12 that are at their new school. All the rest are either returning quarterbacks from last year that have gotten better, or guys that have waited their turn at their school and now they're finally getting their chance. Hey there, Austin. Glad to have you here. And of course, the ACC had 17 quarterbacks. The Big 12, even though it is the Big 12, has 16 quarterbacks. So without further ado, let's do our Big 12 quarterback rankings as we head into the 2025 season. We are in May now, so I usually start doing my countdown at around about 100 days, but I'll be honest with you, this year, I ain't even thought about starting yet. So I ain't even checked out a calendar to see if we are within 100 days or not. I don't think we are, but I usually really truly don't try to get into a college football mood until June, because it's such a short season and the off season so long. I feel like if you start looking forward to it in March, April, or even May, that it's going to make the off season seem even longer. So I try to stay out of touch till at least June. Hey there, Mike. Glad to have you here on this Monday evening. And Mike, I believe this is the first time I've seen your name in the comment section. If it's not, I apologize for forgetting. But if it is your first time watching, thank you so much for stopping by here on the channel. We talk college football, the NFL, Major League Baseball, some college baseball, the NBA, college basketball, NASCAR, wrestling. Hey, Ice, glad to have you here, and I hate that you're sick. Mike, thank you so much for stopping by. Please give the video a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your family, and tell them to subscribe and come on here in the comment section, and I'll give them a shout out as well. But I think the worst quarterback in the Big 12 is Central Florida quarterback Tavon Jackson. And I hate that you're sick as well. Mike, I hate to hear anytime anybody is sick. Hopefully you feel better in the next day or so. I hate when anybody is sick. Being sick is never good. Austin, I'll probably watch it maybe on Sunday because I've got SWA Saturday night, so I won't be home. Of course, I can watch it anytime, but Sunday is Mother's Day, so I probably will be gone all day long Sunday. So it might be Monday before I watch it, but I will watch it sometime. But honestly, none of the matches intrigue me, so I'm not really overly excited about it, to be honest with you. But we know who Central Florida's new head coach is. It's the old boss, as the old song says, meet the new boss. Same as the old boss. And with his system, there's no doubt in my mind that Taven Jackson will have a decent season, but I just don't think he's a fantastic quarterback. Hey there, Drippy. Glad to have you here. Number 15, and hopefully I pronounced this name correctly. It's a weird first name and a weird last name. It's Oklahoma State quarterback, and I believe it's Hauss Hejny. I believe the J and the last name is silent. I'm going to go with that, Hauss Hejny or Hejny. If that is incorrect, I apologize to Hauss if he ever sees this video. Number 14, Baylor quarterback Sawyer Robertson. Number 13 is a guy that's played a lot over the years, but he's really been kind of a backup quarterback that really only plays if he's going to run the ball. But this year, he'll be the starter all year long unless he just really struggles or the team really struggles or he gets hurt. That's Nico Marshall, who is the quarterback at West Virginia. But since they've got Rich Rodriguez, I expect them to be a decent team. The Mountaineers, I don't think, honestly, are ever going to contend for a national championship. But the one big difference between Neal Brown and Rich Rodriguez, and I've said numerous times that I personally think Neal Brown is a good head coach, and I still feel that way. The one difference between Neal Brown and Rich Rodriguez is Neal Brown was of the mindset of this is West Virginia. We're never going to win national championships. I just want to, compete with the big dogs and the big time teams and look good and not get killed. And if we win 7 games, I'm satisfied. And he just seemed like going 6-6 or 7-5 was enough for him. Whereas Rich Rodriguez might go 7-5, but he's going to try to go 10-2. Whereas Neal Brown would go 6-6, 7-5, and he was trying to go 6-6 or 7-5. He just seemed like he knew, hey, if I go 7-5, we're going to be fine. And Mike, I'm glad you are a basketball fan. I like basketball myself. I like the college game better. But just like football has changed, basketball has as well. And I wish that basketball was still played the same as it used to be when basketball was basketball. Now it's just 5-on-5 with no defense at all. And for the most part, especially in the NBA, there's no mid-range game at all. It's either dunks or layups or threes. There's no mid-range game at all. And nobody even attempts to play defense until the playoffs. The NBA regular season now is pretty much like the All-Star game. You can score 145 points every game because nobody even tries to play defense. I wish it would go back to the way it used to be. I can recall, being 8, 9, 10 years old, watching an NBA game, and if you scored 100 points, you were doing good. I mean, it was so bad back in those days that most teams had some kind of deal with the local restaurant, whether it was KFC, Taco Bell, Hardee's, it didn't matter, to where if the home team scored 100 points, the next day you got a free burrito or a free taco or a free piece of fried chicken because teams never scored 100 points. Now, teams score 100 points by the third quarter because it's just up and down the court, shoot threes, and don't play defense. And I like boxing myself, Mike, and now we will disagree on LeBron. I despise LeBron, cannot stand LeBron James, but I'm a huge boxing fan myself. As a matter of fact, Mike, I've actually did a top 10 countdown. It was probably, 2 years ago, I guess, where I did my top 10 boxers of all time because I'm a huge boxing fan, but I wish boxing was as popular as it used to be. Boxing pretty much made itself non-existent, and I'm a huge boxing fan. But boxing pretty much made itself non-existent because they started 75 different boxing federations, which you didn't need, and you had a bunch of boxers that nobody had ever heard of, and then you get your pay-per-views $75 to watch a pay-per-view. And when you've got 75 boxing organizations with boxers you've never heard of, you're not going to pay $75 to watch a boxing fight with fighters you have no idea who they are. So boxing pretty much made itself non-existent, but I'm a huge boxing fan, but it's just hard to watch now because it don't come on TV much. And if it does, it's late on a weekend when you have to, try to rearrange your schedule to watch it. And it's fighters you've never heard of. But back in the day, I was a huge boxing fan. I would tell you, Mike, to go back and watch that top 10 countdown I did on boxing, but I do a top 10 countdown every single Wednesday. And some of them I don't even title. They'll just be titled Top 10 Countdown. So there's probably no way to tell you when I did it. But I've been on this channel now for a little over 4 years. March 9th made 4 years. And I've did a top 10 countdown just about every single week for 4 years, with the exception of 3 or 4 weeks here and there. But one of my videos I did was top 10 all-time boxers. So if you ever get a lot of free time, just go back and watch all my top 10 countdowns. Somewhere in there is a boxing video. I think it was in 2023, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Number 12, Cincinnati quarterback Brendan Sorsby. And Mike, I'm glad you like boxing. I've said here on the channel numerous times that, my hope and dream is that one day this channel has 45,000 subscribers or more. And I feel like if I ever get there, I'll be able to cover all the sports. But I feel like until we get there, if we ever get there, the best thing to do is focus on baseball, basketball, football, NASCAR, and wrestling. Because me being in the wrestling business and have been for almost 18 years now, I know a bunch of wrestling people. And so I'm going to talk wrestling all the time, but I'm not going to talk wrestling every day. But I know that baseball, basketball, and football are the, most popular sports. So I feel like until the channel grows to 45,000 or more subscribers, it's best to grow the channel by talking sports that people watch. You're not going to grow your channel by coming on here and talking lacrosse or volleyball or sports that hardly anybody watches. But if I ever get to 50,000 or more subscribers, I'm probably going to have some golf fans, some boxing fans, some lacrosse fans, some volleyball fans, some softball fans, and I'll be able to talk all sports. That's what I want. I want to have a variety channel, Mike, because there's too many YouTube channels to where, the people on the channel do a phenomenal job and they're great at what they do. But most YouTube channels, it's either football focused, baseball focused, basketball focused, racing focused, wrestling focused, boxing focused, or whatever their niche is. That's what they do, and every video is about the same thing. So I feel like if you've just got one sport that you watch, you're going to go to that channel because that channel is going to be about that sport. Whereas me, I want to talk a variety so that no matter what you like, there's a reason to stop by the channel. And Mike, let me know what your YouTube channel is called if you have one. You said I do boxing, so I took it as you were saying you talk boxing on your YouTube channel. If that's not what you're saying, I'm sorry. But if you are saying that, let me know what your YouTube channel is called, and I'll be more than happy to check it out. And thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. If you have a YouTube channel, I'll subscribe to yours as well. Number 11 is the first big-time transfer I mentioned earlier. That's Connor Weigman, who is now the quarterback at Houston, transferring from Texas A&M. Number 10, we have Noah Fafita at Arizona. Baron Morton at Texas Tech is number 9. Jake Retzloff, BYU, number 8. Number 7 is Avery Johnson, not the old basketball player and basketball coach, but Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson. And I think they made a huge mistake running off Will Howard and letting Will Howard go to Ohio State, because Avery Johnson has not impressed me at all. Maybe he will this year, but so far, I just ain't seen it. Number 6, Josh Hoover at TCU. And now, the top 5, and you probably know all these quarterbacks because one of them is a transfer. One of them really hasn't played a whole lot where he is now. And the other 3 seem like they've been at their school since 1955. Number 5, Iowa State quarterback Rocco Becht. Take you a nap, Mike. Appreciate you stopping by. Mike, are you asking me how you can chat on YouTube about a certain video? Because you can come on anytime I'm live at any time, which most of my videos are live now. There was a time where I recorded most of mine, but most of mine, if not all of mine, are live now. And you can always come on anytime I'm live. And even if your question or comment is not about my topic, as you can tell tonight, I'll still respond to you. But even if I'm not doing a video currently, if you just click on any video on the channel, it doesn't matter what the video is about. If you just click on any video on the channel and just click on comment, you can comment and I will see your comment and I will respond as soon as I get a chance. Now, if I'm not, live when I see your comment, I can't, come on here and talk about it, but I can respond to you through your phone or tablet or whatever you're watching me on, to where you know that I seen your comment, I'm responding to it. But you can comment anytime I'm live, but you can also comment when I'm not live. Just click on any video, and where it says comment, click on it, type a comment, I'll see it. And as soon as I get a chance, I will respond. And Ronald, thank you for being here. You tried to do a backflip. Well, Ronald, I tried a backflip when I was probably 8, 9 years old on a trampoline, because my cousin could do them all day long. And I thought, if he can do one, let me try one. And I jumped and I did a backflip and I came down on my neck and I said, nope, never again. That ain't worth being paralyzed. And 30 plus years later, I still haven't taken one. Hey, Eddie, glad to have you back here on this Monday night. I'm running down my rankings for Big 12 quarterbacks. Started at number 16, and I just did at number 5, Rocco Becht, Iowa State's quarterback. And I don't know if you're too young for YouTube, Mike. I know a lot of people that are 8, 9, 10 years old that have a YouTube channel. So I don't know if you are too young for it, but I'm not the best person to ask for editing because I am terrible at that. I do all my videos live now, so I can't really edit it because it's live. But even back when I was recording them, I didn't do no second takes, third takes, nothing like that. I just sat down, hit the record button, did the video, and as soon as it was done, I hit stop and I'd hit load. I didn't do no retakes. I didn't edit nothing. I just recorded the video and posted it. And if I messed up, oh well, it was in the video. If I didn't mess up, it was fine. But I never edited. I never add no wording, nothing. I just did the video. The only thing that I've changed, Mike, on our channel is I used to have an intro video that would play before each one of my pre-recorded videos, but I stopped showing it because, for one, I no longer pre-record videos. It's live, and I'm not going to sit here through a minute and 20-second video waiting to go live. But also, we recorded that video, me and my wife, probably 3 years ago, and it seemed like my kids weren't getting any bigger because we just didn't have a chance to update it. So I was like, you know what? After a while, people are going to say, hey, what's wrong with your kids? Are they getting bigger? How are they now? What do they look like now? So I just thought, you know what? I'll just quit showing that. So I took that off. But outside of that, I ain't changed nothing on my channel. I'm asking if you go live, if you accidentally out on a live stream and you go on their profile, how do you like? Go on the one I'm on right now. So how do you click on somebody's profile? Or how do you get on their page? Because I don't think you're on my profile, but I don't know if you can get on somebody's profile on YouTube. Honestly, Mike, I've never tried. I just get on their channel and subscribe and watch. So I've never tried to get on somebody's profile on YouTube. So I'm not sure if there is a way to get on somebody's profile on YouTube. But I'm glad you're on here. But I do know, Mike, if you like somebody's channel, all you got to do is go to it, whatever it's called. And when you get on there, just subscribe and hit the bell, because if you subscribe to a channel and click on that bell, whatever channel it is, whatever they talk about, how many times they post, because some people do videos once a day, some do 2 or 3 a day, and some only do 1 or 2 a week. But if you subscribe to a channel and click that bell, every single time that channel posts a video, whether it's live or recorded, your tablet or phone will go off to notify you, hey, they've posted a video, and you can watch it. So if they do 3 videos per day, your phone's going to go ding 3 times a day. If they do 1 video a week, you'll be notified 1 time a week. And that way, you'll never forget to watch their channel. But as far as profiles, Mike, I'm really not even sure. Whatever have you found mine, I'm glad that you did. That's why I tell people all the time to subscribe to the channel and like the channel, because it helps the channel out tremendously, because it makes us pop up on somebody's YouTube homepage. So if somebody lives in Illinois and they've never heard of the channel, if we get enough likes and enough subscribers, if they're a sports fan or a wrestling fan, when their YouTube channel comes on, they'll see Ref Brandon and the Todd family on the homepage. And I hate that your parents are strict, Mike, but it might be a good thing. My daughter, Mike, is 11, and she wants one so bad, but we won't let her get one, not because we don't trust her, it's because there's too many creeps that like to get on your page and comment and post all kind of stuff that shouldn't be commented. And some it's just people being idiots, and sometimes it's just people that are generally creeps, and sometimes it's just people that post stuff just to see if you react to it. And Mike, if you watch my channel enough, you'll see sometimes I post a video. Now tonight, with you and Ronald and Eddie and Austin earlier, it's been fantastic comments. But sometimes you get on here and you'll get 1 or 2 people that just say some of the most idiotic stuff you've ever heard. And when that happens here on my channel, I don't respond to it, because if they're a real person, that's what they want. They want you to respond. So I don't. I see the comment and I just totally ignore it. But as long as I get legit people talking legit stuff, I respond to every single comment that I get, whether it's live on here or if somebody, comments on any video. And I tell folks all the time, Mike, that I'm the same in person as I am on here. I'm no different. So I tell everybody, if you've got Facebook, you can message me on Facebook. I'm easy to find. It's under my name. Just type up Brandon Todd, and there I am. It's a picture of me and my wife. Can't miss me. And I'll respond on there. I respond to everybody as long as I think you're a real person, not a computerized robot, and as long as you're talking logical. But I'm not 12. I'm not in middle school. I'm not going to talk to idiots. But as long as people are logical, whether we agree or not, I don't care. I'll talk to you. Sports would be boring if we all agreed on everything. But you ain't got to name call. You ain't got to threaten. You ain't got to be stupid. As long as you're normal and talk normal, I respond to anybody and everybody. And by the way, Mike, I may have misspoke. My Facebook page used to be me and my wife, but I believe now it's just a picture of me standing in a wrestling ring, but I could be wrong. But either way, I'm easy to find. Just type up Brandon Todd, and there I am. And number 4 is Jalen Daniels, who's been at Kansas now for what seems like since 1997. I'm saying if you accidentally exit out and you go on there, like pages or the YouTube profile, and like the one that I'm on, how you get out of that one if you accidentally exit out of it. I'm not even sure, Mike. I don't know if I've ever done that or tried to do that. If I am watching a video and I exit out, I just go back later, and I'll either go to my history section depending on when I watched the video and find it where I left off at, or I'll just know in my mind what channel I was on, and I'll just go back and find that same video and start over again. Number 3 is the other big time transfer, Kaidon Salter, who was at Liberty for I think about 35 years. He is now the quarterback at Colorado. Number 2, Devin Dampier, who is the quarterback at Utah. And it's funny, his name is Dampier because I believe, if memory serves, in my 30 plus years watching sports, the only other time I can recall hearing the name Dampier was, I want to say, UMass or Mississippi State won back in the mid 90s, had a center that was about 7 foot tall named Eric Dampier. I'm not sure if Devin is kin to him or not, but I just recall Eric Dampier playing for either Mississippi State or UMass, I believe, in the mid 90s. And number 1, of course, is Arizona State Sun Devil quarterback Sam Leavitt. And Mike, I believe I've got 1340. I believe last I checked. I even mentioned it in my video yesterday because, Mike, there was a time where I was pre-recording videos because I thought, I don't want to go live. There's too many people get on there and comment stupid stuff, and I just don't want to see it. And you're going to get more comments live than you will when you pre-record it, because people can jump on there while you're talking and leave a comment, whereas if it's pre-recorded, they got to go on there, scroll down to the channel, find the video, click the comment section, wait for you to see it, and then some YouTubers don't even respond to the comments, and I try to respond to everyone as long as it's logical. But there was a time where I was doing videos about every day, but they were always pre-recorded, and the channel was growing, but it was growing slowly. So finally, I guess, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago, I thought, let me start going live and see what happens. And I've been going live ever since then, and I think I got about 200 subscribers in about 2 or 3 months, and I got to 1340, and it just stopped. And I've been at 1340 now for, I think, about 3 weeks. So finally, about Saturday, I was like, I'm not looking anymore. I'm tired of looking. Every time I look, I see 1340, 1340, 1340, 1340. So, Mike, last I checked, we were at 1340. And thank you so much for stopping by, Mike. And I'll probably be on here again tomorrow night. It's not always the same time. Sometimes it's 8 o'clock. Sometimes it's 10:30. Sometimes it's 9:45. I did a few on Friday or Saturday nights when most folks are up late that I'm on here at 11:30 or midnight. But generally, it's somewhere between 8 Eastern time and 11 Eastern time. And the reason I say Eastern, Mike, is because I'm not sure where you live at, so I'm not sure what time zone you are on, but it's usually between 8 p.m. Eastern time and 11 p.m. Eastern time. On weekends, it might be a little bit later. And then I do high school football for the local radio station, so sometimes during football season, it might be after midnight on Friday night. Right now, I'm doing high school baseball for the local radio station, so I may not be on here on Wednesday. All depends on how long the games last and what time I get home. But let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. Did you hear about the wig thief who escaped from prison? Police are combing the area to find him. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.